cat has the most heartbreaking reaction after the family dog passes away from cancer. There isn't anything quite like having that one inseparable best pal who will stick with you through thick and thin. It's even better when that BFF is a family member. That was certainly the case with Scout the cat and Charlie the dog. From the moment that Scout was adopted as a tiny kitten, she was head over heels obsessed with her big brother Charlie. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and what happened when Scout was separated from her best friend was truly earth-shattering. Charlie the dog and Scout the cat were the best of friends since the moment they met. Those old stereotypes of cats and dogs not being able to get along might have been true of others, but not these two. When Scout was first brought home at the tender age of 5 weeks old, she immediately began sleeping right next to Charlie. From then on, friendship was just a natural fit for the pair. Charlie may have been older, he was 10 at the time, but that didn't mean that he felt too old to befriend such a tiny, loving kitten. Besides, how could he have resisted her? Scout was just too cute and cuddly. Instantly, the two became inseparable. One of the best parts of their relationship may have been that it seemed so reciprocal. They really appeared to love each other equally. Though he was much larger, Charlie was always sure to be as gentle as possible around his tiny kitten friend. Being a friend pleaser, he pretty much let her do whatever she wanted. After all, he knew that she only meant well. The two buddies even ate dinner together just about every single night. Scout would take the opportunity to do one of her favorite things, sniff Charlie's ears. They really had their own weird routine. All told, the two happy pet pals were rarely apart. Just about everywhere that Charlie went, Scout would tag along. Their owner couldn't believe how close they were, often literally. Charlie was quite accommodating too. My dog doesn't like to sleep near the cat, but she adores him and will lay next to him until he gives up moving. Their owner said at the time, just looking at that smug face. Yet, like all things, it wouldn't last. Unfortunately, Charlie went through a difficult battle with cancer, and their wonderful relationship came to an abrupt end when he passed away. Quite understandably, Scout was totally devastated by the loss of her best friend. After Charlie passed away, the owner of the two animals had an idea. What if she placed an iPad on Charlie's old bed for the morning Scout and played old videos of Charlie? Would it make the poor kitty feel any better? It would. Right away, Scout would watch the iPad and curl up to the sound of Charlie's old videos. Just as humans like to watch videos and look at pictures of their late loved ones, apparently it worked the same for little Scout. Scout missed her big furry friend so much, but thanks to her thoughtful owner's quick thinking, she had a way to always remember him and the wonderful time they spent together. Before this heartbreaking tragedy, Scout and Charlie's owner had proudly posted delightful images of them on her Imgur page for a few years. So it was no surprise when she posted a few more important updates about Scout and Charlie. Over the years, Scout and Charlie's owner had built up quite the online following. Obviously, all of those fans were eager to learn more about how Scout was coping with the passing of her friend. In truth, both Charlie's owner and Scout herself were hurting for a long time, but life went on. This is her now, beautiful as ever, even though we're still grieving for our sweet Charlie, she said. Thankfully, they both started to turn a corner eventually. After a long bout of grieving, Scout was learning how to have fun by herself again. One of her favorite things to do, for example, was to figure out ways to climb up to her favorite spot on the bookshelf. Scout's owner didn't stop trying to have fun with her either, continuing to delight in her silly antics as only a cat's owner can. She goes full pirate mode when there's a bobby pin, Scout's owner joked. Then she decided to surprise her kitty. Scout's owner brought home an adorable new puppy named Oswald. The healthy pup acclimated to his new owner's home quite smoothly. Yet one question remained. How would Scout react? Turns out Scout warmed up to Oswald quite nicely. He might have never been able to replicate the kind of friendship that Scout had with Charlie, but certainly they developed their own special relationship. Though she was a bit apprehensive at first, Scout started to cherish the new pup in her life. Hopefully the two of them will be best of friends in no time at all. Presumably, that's what Charlie would have wanted. This is obviously an extremely sad story, but it's also quite beautiful. There's nothing quite like the friendship that animals share, even if they're supposed to fight like, well, cats and dogs. Share this moving story with your friends.